Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is April 19th, 2017, and today is Wednesday morning. So let's look at the economic calendar today. Just really one number coming out. It's Oil Inventories, and that's coming out at 4:30 South African time. So let's see what's going on in the charts. So I'm going to start looking at the Euro USD here. Euro USD and GBP USD had big moves yesterday on the upside. As you can see here, we're trading at 107.213 here to be exact. And we discussed this last week. Between these two ranges, we were trading 108.07 and 106.15. And we said, you know, this would be a high probability trade if you pick up a little bit here and take it on the long side. And sure enough, it pays off. Okay, so these levels are not just, you know, for my health. You know, I'm not just drawing these, you know, these different ranges, but there's a system here. Okay, you buy the bottom of the range, you sell the top of the range. We're now in the upper middle part of the range as we, you know, close off this 107. So obviously this is going on the back of, you know, what's going to happen in France when the elections, Britain's coming out with new elections regarding Brexit and all this stuff. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets, okay? So expect volatility. Now for day traders, that's great. For more, you know, longer term traders, swing traders, you know, these are type of situations you could really take advantage of. Day to day, you know, hold, and then sell it out, you know, where this would have been a great opportunity to make about 100 pips easy between this 106.15-ish level and 107.21. Now the same thing happened with the GBP USD. We saw that it was getting stronger, okay? We saw that it was making higher lows, okay? Traded within the range, and then I said, you know, I'd like to see some sort of breakout at this 126. And sure enough, it was news driven, but you know, the technicals are there, okay? We're right back at this level 128, which we haven't been for quite some time, okay? You know, trickling along after, you know, the Brexit move last summer, you know, we could see a little bit of you know, a step towards, you know, some sort of correction here. Now, we're looking at previous support and subsequent resistance. So this would be a big resistance level right here at 128.63. If we do break it, we could certainly see 133. 133.20. Now, what I'd like to add is that just be careful on the downside if it does correct itself, because remember, it is news driven. Just remember that you have support level. The next support level really is 126.81-ish level. So, you know, keep an eye on this today. Let's see if it does correct itself. Is it news driven, or is it, you know, something actually that will, you know, show some sort of correction? So this 128.63 level is a pivotal level in terms of if it will continue going above it. You could definitely see it hit 133. It might not be today or tomorrow, but definitely something that will react. Looking here at USD Japanese yen, just trickling down. You know, it's nothing. You know, definitely on the low side, on the short side, much more profitable. Higher probability trades on the short side. We broke this 110 level. We spoke about this earlier last week, and now it's just trickling down. 108.64. Not a big home run, but keep it on it. You know, on your radar if you see that it further depreciates is between, you know, lower than this 108 level. We could definitely see it correct itself to this 105-ish level subsequently. So keep an eye on the USD Japanese yen. Aussie dollar. Okay, we had a nice rally yesterday. We spoke about this early in the week. We rallied back to 76, and boom, correcting itself. So we're seeing a lot of this, okay? And we're seeing it with the Dow Jones. We saw it with the JSE. We'll get to that. But just keep an eye on this. Also trading within this range. You know, because it's coming down so quickly, I'm not sure if it's really a sell-off or it's, you know, short covering here. And this was just a short squeeze to pull everybody out, and now it's really going to sell off and go below this 75 level. So just keep an eye on it. We're at the bottom mid-range of it, okay? So we're, you know, we haven't gotten to the bottom of the range of it. 75.04 is the bottom range of it. If we do break it though, you can definitely see some sort of, you know, breakout on, you know, on the downside. So keep an eye on this as well. Gold, okay, now this has been a major play, obviously because of the uncertainty with North Korea and the United States. They're playing a nice, you know, volleyball, and and obviously the uncertainty what's going on in Syria. Okay, a lot of political things going on. So it's a news-driven market right now. So just keep, just be aware of it. And gold is obviously the greatest thing to go to when there's uncertainty. So you should see a rally in it. Now it took a little bit of a breather. It's gone up over 30 points and or 40 points. Okay, and it's retracing about 10 points, so not a big deal, okay? But keep an eye on this if there's some sort of resistance at 1292. If it does, creates itself some sort of resistance, a little bit of resistance at this level of 1300 definitely. So just, let's see if it does, retrace itself or it does carry further up. And this will be probably driven by the news. It has been, very, very, very strong. So if you're going to do one of the two of shorting it or going long, I would go long in it. Just be careful because we're at the top of the move here. We had a really big rally this year. We've gone up over 150 points from our low of the year from December 25th-ish around Christmas time, and where we're handling it right now, 1285. It's a big rally, so just keep that on eye. Now looking at oil, we retraced this week a little bit from 53.50 to 52.28. Let's see what the numbers are in inventories this week are and see if it's going to affect the market tremendously. We had this tremendous rally earlier, so taking a little bit of a breather here is not so unnatural. Okay, we did have a $6 rally from the end of March throughout April. So keep an eye on this to see if how this will develop today. Okay, this should be kind of interesting. Or we're just gonna just settle down here and just trade within this new range. Looking at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones had a very negative day yesterday, obviously because of the uncertainties. And as you can see here, we sold off sharply from 20,575. This is obviously the futures, and we're selling to 20,407. We're just settling here at 20,441. Expect volatility, okay? In news-driven markets, expect a lot of volatility. So you'll see this here in the Dow Jones, and you'll also see it. This is still my, 20,400-ish level is still my support level, so just keep an eye on that as well. If we do break lower than that, we could definitely see a correction maybe to the low 20,000, even go back to 19,000, okay, which we haven't been since November. Looking at the JSE as well, you could see here, JSE gave it a little bit away, right, because we had a little bit of a resistance top here, okay, so this was like I guess you could say a triple top. We had it 3 times here, and a big sell-off right here. It didn't have any momentum. You saw we sold off lower. Didn't give it away, okay, but definitely a big trade if you were in it short. Definitely great opportunity. Looking at the USD ZAR, also settling at 1332 as things kind of settled down politically in South Africa, as you know. So this is an unfolding story. Looking at a longer range of it, okay, we're somewhat at a support level right here, 1332. I think we're going to be trading between these two levels, but let's see if we break this lower level, break this moving average, 30-day moving average. We could see it going back to 1273. But I think we're going to bounce here a little bit. We're going to be trading between these two ranges, the 2 moving averages for the short term. Last but not least, looking at the USD CAD. Now the CAD had a momentous week last week, okay, with their rate decision, a beautiful rally from 132 to 134, okay, about 200 pips. This was a great giveaway, okay, because we saw that it was at the bottom of the range, big correction, a bull flag right here on support level and trading to 134. So a pretty decent trade right here, about 120 pips move just in the last couple of days. So just keep an eye on this to see if it does have somewhat of a resistance here or we do break up higher. I think we're gonna, at these levels, I think you got to watch oil a little bit and to see what happens. But I think we're gonna have some resistance here before we go up higher. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.